Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Mariners franchise on MLB The Show. So, we are in the first season, obviously, starting right off the bat. But what we're going to do this season is a complete sim of season number 1. We'll get into the draft, try to get as many guys we possibly can, do as much scouting as we possibly can, because it's going to be very important, obviously, to continue to build, which is a very good minor league system. They have a very good system in place, Seattle, so that is fantastic. They have guys that are really good, top 100, top 50, top 25 prospects, but if we can continue to build on that, I think right now, going through free agency is really not going to be the best option. I think trying to build this team through the draft here for the first few years, and maybe, you get to season number 3, 4 is when you can really think about bringing in some big time free agents. But right now, we got to build a core around this team and the best we possibly can. So you can see the scouting. We got guys already scouted. We got decent scouts as well. So that is good. It's always good when you have some pretty good scouts, and when you got weak ones there, you never know what you're going to get. But right now, looking at all positions, I think the outfield is not too bad. I think we can look at that, and obviously the infield is something we got to look at as well, and obviously getting some more pitchers. The more pitchers in your system, the better. The old saying, you grow the arms, you buy the bats. I mean, that's kind of what you got to think about, is definitely, if there's pitchers up front, that is first and foremost. As you can see here, the standings as we get close to around simming through a little bit towards the draft time. So we're not right now 25 and 38. I'm not obviously expecting much this season, but we'll go into the draft. This is important. We'll have, I believe, the number 6 pick overall. So we got a top pick here. We got to take advantage, and let's see what we can do here, as Paul Apprecio is going to be the first pick as Detroit. And that Bobby Bennett goes to the Orioles at 2. So here we go, 6th pick. Who do we got here? We got Matt Lynn, estimated 223. He looks fantastic. 60 overall possible, 80 potential in the range there. So he looks really good. Looking at our scouting possibilities, looks very high. Very good break, very good velocity. I like his four-seamer. He's got the 4 pitches up top, good arm strength. He looks really good there, decent stamina. I mean, he looks like possibly a top pick for us there. Let's go down the list here, just see, because definitely gotta go through it here. You want to make sure this pick is definitely worth it. Brian Ambrose, they got 224 plus estimated, good potential. Probably overall, he might have maybe a B or an A potential, but he's going to be a little bit, he's not going to be as ready as Matt Lynn, and he's also a year older as well. Alejandro Avila, another guy here, very close, could be the pick as well. He looks good as well. Yeah, I mean, he looks good, could be ready. He's obviously younger than Lynn, as he's a few years younger. See, we got positional-wise, we got Hernandez, we got J.J. Schneider. Man, that guy, looks like that guy can absolutely hit, man. Look at that. That guy, maybe not the best fielder, not going to be as fast, but dude can hit the ball, that is for sure. I think he'll obviously be gone if we wouldn't take him. Looking at the rest of the guy, Doug Brasky. Yeah, same thing. More of a guy you're going to have to build a few years around. Same thing with Santiago. Yeah, I mean, the guy can hit, he can field, looks pretty good, but I think he's not going to obviously be ready for maybe 3-4 years, possibly, depending what he does in the minor leagues. Aguirre, yeah, I'm thinking we're definitely going to take a pitcher, but that first baseman, man, he looked fantastic. He could really, really hit. Going through the rest of the positions here of Al Franco. Got the potential. He's definitely 19 years old, young. Anybody in the outfield? I don't know if we really need outfielders at the moment. Eddie Amaya, yeah, same thing. Potential, really good contact, got decent plate vision, really good arm strength in the field, so that's good. Hayden Gonzalez, let's see what he has. Not too much there. So I'm thinking, let's see, Aguirre is up there, right there. Franco is there as well. But I just think, I don't know. I don't think he would be ready yet. I mean, it says 224. He's got the 60 overall on the scale and 80 potential. 5'8" as a shortstop. That is interesting. That is really pretty small there for a shortstop. That's almost like Omar Vizquel, but Omar Vizquel is probably like one of the best, if not the best, fielding shortstops of all time. Looking at some other guys, possibly. Just looking around, see if there's anybody there. I don't know. I think Matt Lynn might be the pick here. I think that's what we're going to go with. Matt Lynn looks fantastic. Hopefully it turns out. His ETA is 223, so a couple years they're saying he could be ready to go and be the pitcher you need. Hopefully he can be an ace type guy. I think we're going to take Matt Lynn, and he's going to be our pick number 1. So we can now get into the second round here. So get into the second round and see what's available. Man, I really wish that first baseman would be there. So Raymond Du out of Taiwan, lefty pitcher. He's got 5 pitches. He looks very good as well. They're actually saying a Sooner ETA. He might even better overall. Really good potential. So that could be the possible pick. You got Roy McMahon here, another first baseman. Yeah, that first baseman is definitely gone. Yeah, still there. Possibility as well. So we got guys here. I think a lot of these pick guys here are definitely guys that are going to be picked possibly later rounds. I don't think really the pick here is going to be one of these guys. You still want in these second round picks. Obviously, this isn't like the real MLB draft where there's so many rounds. There's only, I think, maybe 6 or 7 rounds in this. So, I mean, you got to take guys you can possibly think about, building at least in the first 2 picks. Similarly in the NFL draft, that second round pick, it's got to be somebody good and somebody you can rely on to be like a decent starter or possibly surprise. So I think Raymond Du might be the guy here. He looks really good, lefty pitcher. We're going to take him. So let's get into the third round. Anybody available? Not many guys have really scouted here. You can see they're pretty much all gone. Tyler Dorward, pretty good hitter. He is an excellent hitter, good plate discipline, good plate vision. Let's see, Roy McMahon. Whoa, 221 estimate. He's only 18 years old. That dude looks like he can rake as well. He's got very good fielding. He just can't run. Interesting. That might be the pick. I think we're going to take Roy McMahon. Well, hopefully he is a steal. He wasn't fully scouted, so you're not really sure, so hopefully he is good. Rich Tejada, we did scout. He's only 18 years old, 65 overall, 70 potential, possibly. ETA at 221. Give you a good, nice little bullpen arm, possibly. Good closer down the stretch. Not even seeing anybody else we really scouted here. You could scout as many guys as you want. You kind of just run out of time as well. I wish MLB The Show. That's one thing I wish they would really work on the scouting, because I mean, if it's a big deal, it's obviously a big deal in anywhere, in baseball for sure. I mean, NBA, obviously, if you don't get that top pick, sometimes you don't get a star. But I mean, really in baseball, when you're trying to build a ball club, having those guys come up, I mean, it's a big thing, especially in the NFL. So I think Madden too. I mean, if you can have a deep scouting thing and make the draft super important, that would be really awesome. And I think the show, this game is outstanding regardless. The show, I mean, even if you're not a baseball fan, this game is really good. It just, the gameplay is so realistic. It's so great. They just need to up their game a little bit in franchise. That is for sure. I feel like NBA's got the franchise, how deep you can go with it. It's just sometimes the gameplay of NBA is not always there. Madden is like the in-between, and the show's got the gameplay down, but you need to work on the franchise. So everything just, it's always an interesting, how different sports games vary, but still, especially MLB, I think the draft is a big thing as the draft comes to an end. So let's take a look at our picks and see what we got here. Did they all pan out to be good? Some bad? And so far, it is looking good here. Matt Lynn, 65 overall. He has an A potential. That is fantastic. All right, so that is good to go. 21 years old. Obviously, looks like the future could be bright for our first pick of this franchise, Matt Lynn. Hopefully, he'll turn into an excellent starter. And look at Raymond Du. 69 overall, B potential. So there's a possibility he could probably go up, I think, depending with progression. But 22 years old, lefty. So it looks like we might have ourselves a 1-2 punch here to go on for the future. So these picks look good. But look at Roy McMahon, 72 overall, A potential, and the dude can just hit. Already is near 70 power. He's durable, decent fielding, good reaction. What a pick this has been. Roy McMahon was just sitting there, and we got ourselves an excellent pick in the third round. Rich Tejada, 70 overall, C potential. Not too bad for the fourth round. Good bullpen arm. You can see he's up to about 94 miles an hour right there, the four-seamer, so that is good. Manny Luis, 53 overall, see potential. Yeah, I mean, he's 18. He could improve. He's got really good speed. Could be a kind of a, platoon-type player there, bringing a guy off the bench to possibly pinch run it at ball games. We'll see how he produces maybe in the minors. And William Knavely, 58 overall, see potential, same thing. Some of these guys you're not sure if you're going to really keep on to. You might be able to find some guys in free agency, possibly guys that have slipped through the cracks you can pick up. So not too bad, but still, those first 3 picks, even the first 4, Rich Shahada is not too bad. He's at 70 overall already. So this first 4 picks, I would say this draft is an absolute success. No doubt about it. We got possibly an ace pitcher, possibly another pitcher that could be sort of an ace, and we got maybe an all-star first baseman because he can not only field, the dude can hit. So that is awesome there. We'll end up going to I think we'll go to the trade deadline now. We'll just sim close to the trade deadline, maybe sim to that break there between the Orioles and Blue Jays series to the 23rd, and that's where we are here at the 23rd. So obviously trades, looking at, I'm trying to think of some guys because we got Seager. I don't want to really get rid of Gonzalez. D. Gordon's a possibility. Not going to get rid of Taijuan Walker. We don't have a lot of trade chips here for Seattle, but just looking at maybe possibly D. Gordon. But they're under contract too, so that's the other thing. Some of these guys, you might, I don't know. They're not, Mitch Haniger's a possibility we can get rid of. He's 28 years old, 79 overall. It goes up a little bit. Could be useful for a team going to the playoffs. I'm just not sure what kind of prospect we could possibly get. Carl Edwards. Everybody at the break always loves getting arms for the bullpen to try to load up for the playoffs. But I think what we're going to do is, I think Seager being 31 years old, I think that's who we're going to try to trade away. And I think we can pull in a very good prospect. I'm pretty sure we can do that. I think we can pull one in, and let's see the teams that really need somebody here. So you got the Indians are in the lead, Yankees, Blue Jays, Red Sox, they're right there in the race. The Rays as well. You got the Phillies, Nationals right there in the race. So maybe it's a couple of these teams that are just behind their division leaders right there in the wild card, trying to make a little run here in the final 2 months and try to reach those playoffs. So we got to find a desperate team like that and see if we can find a matchup here for a prospect, possibly to help out our team. Trying to think. I think we're good out. We might need somebody maybe at like third base, maybe second base to see, because I think it may even shortstop possibly. So yeah, we got Red Sox, we got Twins, we got Rays, White Sox. I don't think the White Sox can really do anything either. They're under 500. Rays not going to really probably trade away prospects. It's just not their thing. Twins, possibly. But I don't know. Red Sox for sure, but their farm system has been absolutely, I would say, dismantled there. So I'm not sure anybody in the AL. Yankees would always be up for somebody, but I'm not sure what you can get there. But I think what we're going to do, I was looking at the Twins, Royce Lewis, 20 years old, shortstop, A potential. He's one of the top prospects in the game right now, but that is not going to happen. But we're going to go to the Nationals. And Carter Kieboom, sitting behind Trey Turner, 22 years old, had some time last year in the majors. Possibly a trade. They don't really have anybody. They got a Cabrera at third base. So we throw in Seager. Let's see if what they got. Oh, it's very close. Very close. We just got to match up some contract, match up the money as well. So let's add in. We're going to add in Welke Castillo. That's going to take away the money. We'll throw in Tim Cape. We're going to throw in Mitch Haniger as well for the Nationals, trying to make the run to try to defend their World Series trophy. So it looks like we got ourselves a big-time starting shortstop for the future. Carter Kieboom, welcome to Seattle. He'll finish the rest of the year in AAA. That's what we'll do. But bam, we got a nice young starter there. So this team just continues to keep going. Man, it's going to be, I can't wait to see how these guys are going to progress. Now, taking a look at the stats through the end of the minor league year. Let's see, we got, trying to look at a few guys there. Mitch Day's going to lead Alan Hannison there in AAA. Looking at AA, Julio Rodriguez right up there. Marte up with 21 homers. Rodriguez with 21. You got Jarred Kelenic there with 14. Take a look to see what averages they came out to be. So seeing the power there. Rodriguez leads with the RBI with 66, with Marte with 50. I mean, Marte's only 18 years old, so that's crazy as well. Kelenic, I think, could be ready next year. I think he'll be on the 40-man roster for sure. And then depending what he does, possibly in spring training, he could definitely be on the Major League roster next year. If he's not, he's definitely going to be up sometime next year. Rodriguez, I still think, is a little bit away. And obviously Marte is super young, and I don't expect him to be up at all next year. He's definitely a couple years away, but the potential is obviously there. Totally forgot about looking at pitcher stats. Gonna be honest with you, in the minor leagues, I totally forgot about it. Blanked on that one. Not sure what happened there, but now taking a look at the Major League roster here, see what happened this year. You can see Taijuan Walker 16-11, Justin Dunn just absolutely struggled 3-14. I didn't even really manage things to be, obviously when you get into the play in it, you're going to manage it. If guys are struggling, you're going to send them down, put them up. I didn't even do that. I just let guys go this year. I wasn't really expecting anything, didn't expect to win any games. So just throw them out there, see what they have. And Justice Sheffield, and same with Justin Dunn, just absolutely struggled. So they're definitely going to have to compete for a spot next year in the rotation. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. We'll see who we bring up and possibly who's going to be there next year. Taking a look at the position players, see who led us there in home run average this year in top three. Vogelbach hit 35 homers. Murphy with 22. Kyle Lewis there with 18. J.B. Crawford ended up with 13. D. Gordon, yeah, not going to get too much there, but he had 35 stolen bases. Not too much there. Yeah, Vogelbach with leading us there with 87 ribbies. Evan White hit 375. That is good. D. Gordon actually hit 294, and Vogelbach hit 266. That's actually better than I thought. I thought he would hit like 210 and then have those 35, close to 40 homers, and then it was close to 100 RBI. But still, the average up there, that is good to see. Let's take a look at the WAR. See if we can find it here. There we go. 3.7 Vogelbach. All right, yeah, that's pretty. It's okay. I mean, it's not the greatest. Obviously, you had a team that didn't really do much. Yankees win the division. The Indians win the division there. Astros win the division. Athletics are going to win the wild card. You can see we finished 60 and 102. Red Sox right there. Phillies, Braves, Nationals did get it. So maybe that trade helped them out. They're in the wild card. Dodgers in the other one, they just absolutely dominated. And then let's go to the stats here for the year. So Anthony Rendon's going to win a batting title at 331 there in the American League. Lindor, let's go to the NL. Yeah, see, Christian Yelich hit 343. Jock Peterson 341. So that was close. Anybody get 200 hits this year? Nobody gets 200 hits. Let's take a look at doubles. 53 for Tim Anderson. You got McCutchen with over 50 Gs. McCutchen. Did not expect that. Look at Rosario with 17 triples. Trout leads with 45 homers. In the AL, was he the league leader in the league? No, yeah. Jock Peterson hit 54 homers. Bellinger hit 49. Man, the Dodgers. Wow. Unbelievable. Trout with 118. Peterson with 140. They were absolutely just killing the ball. Look at the runs. 3 of the top 5 were Dodgers. D. Gordon does lead in stolen bases, so that's cool. Trey Turner with 61 steals. So at least we get one stat there where we lead with D. Gordon with the 35 steals, because I don't expect this at all at any other stat really at all. Yeah, with Mookie Betts there. Man, that Dodgers team this year. I mean, I'm not sure when the baseball season, as of right now, I'm recording this right now. It's Sunday the 22nd. I'm not sure when baseball is going to start. I've heard mid-May, and then you hear other things where, kind of the quarantine that's going on out there with everybody might not end until June. And I don't know what's going to happen with that, because if stuff doesn't end until June, to be honest with you, the economy is going to be absolutely just in the trash, and sports are going to be just pretty much thrown on the back burner. So I don't know how, what's going to happen with baseball, what's going to happen in the season. But whenever the season does start, and if it does start, the Dodgers every year seem to be a favorite. There's no doubt about that. Man, look at Peterson's year. Wow, 342, 54 homers. They obviously are a favorite every year, but obviously now getting Mookie Betts, they got to be up there. There's no doubt about it. They have to be up there. Well, they got David Price as well, so they got to be the favorite, I would think, to definitely win possibly the World Series. No doubt about it. Look at Yastrzemski hit 41 homers. Wow. There's no doubt the homers are definitely going up. That is no doubt about it. Going through the rest of the Gold Gloves. But yeah, the Dodgers definitely could be the favorite. I would say in the AL, you got to go with the Yankees. You got to go with definitely the Yankees. Obviously, they have some injury problems and some health problems, but with all this time off, all those guys are going to be able to get healthier. And the other question is going to be, what do they do? Do you start, say you start mid-May, say you start May 15th. That's when the season starts. Do you start from that schedule? So do you just erase the schedule up to May 15th, and you just start from May 15th on? Because I don't know if you can start the season from there. Like start game 1 and go to game 162. I just don't think you can. You might be playing playoff baseball in the end of November, and I just don't think that's a possibility, as the Athletics have beaten the Dodgers. So that's a West Coast World Series there back in the day. Athletics get the World Series victory. Congratulations to the Oakland Athletics division team. So that just makes it even harder. But yeah, you're almost having to start. If you start from mid-May, you're just gonna have to say from May 15th schedule on. There's the games. Shortened season. I don't think you can play a full season starting in mid-May, because you're going to be playoff baseball. I mean, you're going to have it in November, and it's going to be like 20 degrees outside in some of these games. And really, World Series games, I just don't think you can do that. And then I just don't, just that alone, I think is a no-no. Especially, you don't want to compete with football. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, you already compete with football in September. But your September and October is your playoffs and everything, so it's a different story there. But to add an extra month and compete with football even more, I think that's something the NFL would never want to do. I mean, the MLB would never want to do. Obviously, losing ratings already, and people aren't always interested in baseball, and then you're kind of in the middle of football like that. Ugh. Yeah, I just think you're gonna have to play a shortened season for sure, and it's. That might actually be more exciting. I think that would be if they cut off 20 some games. So instead of the 162, you're playing, it's still a lot. Maybe you playing 140, 130. I think that would be very interesting. I think that's the problem sometimes with baseball. The game itself doesn't lend very well to today's crowd nowadays. But still, I mean, a lot when you have that many games as well. It's just a lot. I think it would be very interesting to see how seasons and how fans would react if there was less games. I believe the same thing with the NBA. I mean, the NBA regular season, I'm going to be honest with you, kind of gets boring. And you kind of know who is going to make the playoffs. That's the other thing with the NBA. You already know going in, okay, these are going to be your top teams. You might have a surprise here and there that might make the playoffs, but are they really going to make a run out of it? I don't think so. So that's something to think about with the baseball season. The way this whole thing is, this crazy virus has just gone, pretty much out of nowhere. It's just absolutely crazy. But back to the show, back to trying to get away from that and get a distraction. Anybody out there watching baseball, just craving for baseball like I am, and you get to play this game, that definitely will fill the void by the time baseball finally comes around. So we're into the offseason now. Athletics win the World Series, and now we're going to try to really, like I said, we're not going to get too much into free agency. It's just going to be a few guys here and there that we can really look at, and possibly you can see there all the arbitrations we has offered. I'm not going to really offer any big-time contracts. We're just going to look for arbitration. We could do renewable contracts for sure. But really not too, I'm fine hitting the arbitration with a bunch of these guys. Not going to bring back Graveman. Didn't offer him anything. Same with Adavia. Didn't offer him anything. But Walker, Smith, those guys definitely for sure. Athlete tendering contracts. This is a huge thing, obviously. There's so many guys to tender contracts with, so we're not going to go through all this because that would take a long time just to go through and tender contracts for sure. I would say almost takes 15-20 minutes alone. So definitely going to try to tender as many guys as I possibly can. Take a look at potentials, go through the minor leagues there. Usually if a guy's a D or lower, I usually don't tender the contract. And then obviously you just offer them a contract, especially a lot of these guys. Just offer them a deal so they don't have to go to free agency, and then we'll renew it at the end of the season. So taking a look at here, look what we need, maybe add a veteran pitcher, possibly. Somebody like that. Got to work on the bullpen, that is for sure. Catcher, I think we're good there. First base, we're going to be good there. Second base, I say we're pretty good. Third base, maybe. Patrick Wisdom, I mean, he's 28. He's a former first-round pick. Cobbin was going to start shortstop, so then we got J.P. Crawford, some backups. Outfield, same as well. So Alex Smith, Kyle Lewis, maybe just add in an outfield. Obviously, I think Jarrett Kelenick's going to have a chance to start there, but I'm not sure if he'll be ready. So let's take a look at the outfield, see who's available. You got Brantley, you got Ozuna. I don't want to give them any big contracts. I don't want to do that. I don't think it's going to be worth our time. You got to add in somebody to be a little bit older, kind of a stopgap, and maybe Yoenis Cespedes is going to be that guy. Still productive, and he hit he hit 232 last year at the Mets. 14 was 52 RBI, but still, I mean, it could work for us. I think I'm better than Brett Gardner. Taking a look around the infield here, not really seeing anything there. DJ LeMahieu at second base, but I think we'll be good. Yeah, first base we don't need. We have a DH as well. Let's take a look at some bullpen / starter guys. Sam Dyson, see what he did last year. Actually did not play. Might have had like a Tommy John surgery there. But could be a decent reliever. Just adding guys here. Just probably give him a 1 or 2 year deal. Give him a contract. See if there's anybody here. Maybe Hidalgo or Warren possibly can offer them a contract. Let's see what he has. He's 33. Mets last year, not a whole lot there, but we'll offer him a deal. Offer him just a 1 year deal. Get as many bullpens arms as you can get in there. Taking a look at the starters: Odorizzi, Morton, Samardzija, Arrieta, Gio Gonzalez. Some guys here: Garrett Richards, Cole Hamels, Michael Wacha, Mike Leake, Ivan Nova. Let's take a look at Gio Gonzalez. Let's see what he did last year. Really struggled with Chicago. 5.10 ERA, not good. Let's see Samardzija, what San Francisco would do last year. 2.9 ERA, 10 and 12, not too bad. Maybe Samardzija. Maybe Jeff Samardzija will be the answer. Let's offer him a deal. Doesn't want a whole lot, so let's go. We can up the money. It's only a 2 year deal. Nothing really care. Put him in the rotation. I don't think he might be an ace, but for right now, we'll just put him in the rotation. 2 years, just about $5 million. Nobody else is offering him a deal, so maybe Jeff Samardzija will be brought in. Going back to the outfield, just looking at guys around here. Is there anybody there? I don't see. So we're going to offer Yoenis Cespedes a deal here. Same thing, just a 2 year deal. Nothing spectacular. More than likely, if Kelenic doesn't make the roster and he is absolutely killing it in AAA, there's a good chance that Cespedes is going to be trade bait as well. So Cespedes, offer the deal there. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be a very quiet free agency. Nothing big. There's not a whole lot of big-time players as well here. There's not a big-time pitcher. So I don't really see a whole lot there. There's Addison Russell. This is an interesting guy. I mean, he's only 26. He's had his troubles, off the field. But he may be worth a shot just to see what he has. Kind of pull New England Patriots here. Just see what the guy has. Maybe he ends up being what he should have been, and it stays good and everything's good there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Samardzija has signed. You can see Cespedes is signed as well. So that is good. So those two guys are there, good to go. And that's another thing that this game, they need to show who you're signed. I could see him a week, not know anything, not have anything at all, nothing would pop up, and I would have signed these guys. I have no idea they signed. It's something they really need to fix as well. You got to give me a notification just like this when guys on my team sign for my team, and I shouldn't have to go out and try to figure it out if they signed or not. I should get a notification. Hey, Samardzija signed with you. Hey, Cespedes signed with you, but it's not there. But still, those guys signed. We renew all the contracts we needed to renew, and we get past the offseason now. Like I said, quiet offseason. This is going to be this season here. We are going to play. We're going to start season number 2. We're ready to play, and we're going to see how these young guys fare in the minor leagues. We'll see we're going to see a decent amount of minor league games as well. So, a lot of the minor leaguers, I'm not expecting anything for them to really come up this year. It's going to be, they're going to stick in the minors. The only guys I can really see right now, like I said, is Jarred Kelenic. Possibly, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't think our draft picks are going to be in there as well. Yeah, Logan Gilbert, top prospect there. I think he's a possibility to make the 5-man in the rotation, depending what he does in spring training. So we're going to have a nice little, competition here at spring training. So we got a few guys that possibly could do it. You can see Matt Lynn there. Raymond Dew is up there. He could be a year away. I don't think he's going to make it this year. So our draft picks are in there. A couple guys that could possibly make it. Bullpen is okay. Not really anything special. But once again, this season, I think we can do a little bit better than last year. But I don't think we're going to... I think for sure we can definitely be a better team. Yeah, Roy McMahon, that dude is an absolute beast. He might be able to make it this year. I don't know. I was thinking just Jarred Kelenic, but whatever McMahon does, he's only 18 years old, but he's showing so much. He looks like an absolute monster for sure. I don't really see anything there. Possibility, anybody. I think we're good there. J.B. Crawford, that's gonna be more of a backup. So Crawford, Walton, Moore, Shed Long, those guys are gonna be competing for like a utility position. Obviously in the AL with the DH, you don't need a large bench. You just maybe need 3 or 4 guys and really can just pack in your bullpen. Kyler Murray, didn't show that. We have Kyler Murray, so could be a little bit of a storyline there. Looking to go a 2-way player, that would be pretty interesting there. So look out for that. Look out for Kyler Murray action here in this Seattle Mariners franchise. So we'll have to think about possibly getting Kyler Murray up to the bigs. That would definitely be really cool to see. But that's going to do it for Season 1 Sim. That's going to do it for the all-season. Team continues to build, but I cannot wait to get this first season going and see how we can do, or second season rather. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.